Hello YouTube, in this tutorial you will be learning about the for statement. This is tutorial number 3. Let's get started. We're going to go ahead and do our includes. And for the sake of the video, we're not going to be using this. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be typing in SVG, semicolon, semicolon, or not semicolon, colon, colon. Then your name, our argument parentheses, let's go to 7. And then we're going to go ahead and type in the for statement. The for statement, I'll explain after I type it. Let's do this one time. Plus plus. That's the for statement. Let me go ahead and write in the statement. And copy it. And I like to do this. Those brackets won't be picked up in the text, so you can kind of do that. I like that from there, so I never decide for a space. Then we're going to end the line. Then we're going to leave our semicolon. And that statement. Alright. The for statement, think of it as if I equals 0 and I is less than 10, I add. Alright, means I add 1. Right, think of it as this. If I equals 0, then I less than 10, then plus 1, look, I plus 1. Give it that way. And then these are the statements under the for. So for if I equals 0 and I is less than 10, I plus 1, then do this code. Alright, remember we didn't use the using namespace std statement, so we're going to go ahead and type in std, colon, and then bracket on here, do std, colon. There's no difference in typing in the std, colon, other than using the namespace statement. The only difference is that you want to type these in every time, and you'll get cluttered. There's no negative or positive. The only thing is that it might group up other commands with it. You'll end up having to scramble later. So I just like doing it this way. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. I have to type in like a million times on the namespace. But in this one, I'm going to use it like once or twice. Alright, so then we ended the code. So what this is doing is it's going to I equals 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. It's doing a loop. So if it's going to keep going into a loop until I equals 10, but every time I is stated, it's going to do I, this was written, and then whatever the value of I is on that line. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inside the hello, this was written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then we're going to do the end line, which will be where it ends the line in the CMD lookalike application. And then we're going to go ahead and type in our next one, which is get character. This we're going to set it in the basically. And remember, you need the arguments statement. Don't forget to put the semicolon at the end of turn 0. Sometimes I do. It doesn't really matter if you want to go ahead and end it, but sometimes you get it. Alright, so let's go ahead and build it, and we'll see what this does. Hello, this is written 0, 1, 2, 2, 9 times. It's not going to actually count the 10th time because at the 10th time, the code would end. Yeah. But if we did 11, so we wanted to do 11, it'll count up to 10. It'll do one less than the I greater than. Because if I has to be less than 11, that's the rule right there. So it's going to be 10. Yeah. And we're going to build it to go all the way up to 10. Because I is less than 11. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and put that back to 10. We're going to go ahead and remove the STB. We're going to go ahead and use space. Space. STB. Alright. Then build it. And you may notice that you can start debugging by pressing F5, which is what I'll start doing from now on. Hello, this is written 0, 1, 2, 9 times. And that's how you do it. Alright, so now we're going to describe the code. I've already described it, but I'm going to describe it again. What it does is, for integer I equals 0, and I is less than 10, or we're going to use this as a function, alright? If I equals 0, and I is less than 10, then add I to 1. Alright, so if I equals 0, and I is less than 10, add 1 to I. And then the count, of course, that's the shout. And then basically what you're going to do, this is just the command within it. You can do anything you want right here. Just make sure it makes sense to it. If you know any other codes, go ahead and put that in. Let's just say, you don't even have to put I there. You can just do this. It's going to be hello. And hopefully it skips lines, which I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think it will. I actually want to skip lines every time, so we're going to go back to edit it after done building to run it. Actually, yeah, do that. Hello. Say I want it to end and go every other line. Just go ahead and type in end L to my phone and build it. Ooh. I don't think we can do that. We can look at that. Alright, so we can't do that, but we can do this. No, we can't. Alright, never mind, we can't do that. I would say I wanted them in a list where when you do it in rows. I'm freaking out of here. There we go. I would say I wanted it in a list all the way down in a horizontal row without ending lines. Oh, okay, I know if I did wrong. Yeah, you can end the line, I just did something wrong. Sorry. I'm beating. Hello. Alright, so you can make sure you put space at the end though. That way makes sense. Alright, so let's go ahead and L. And L. Semicolon. There we go. And you can use Control Shift B to also build. I'm never gonna do that because it's all the way on the keyboard. I'd rather you guys see what I'm doing. The reason I'm pressing F5 is it's easier with one button. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and debug it. So I'm not skipping lines, you see that? I like that. And then we're going to stupid. And then we're going to go back. So that's tutorial 3. Come over and check tutorial number 4. I know I exaggerated all this, but hopefully I won't. Thank you all.